Hello and welcome to ThriftCart. In this video, I want to review how to print barcodes for unique one-of-a-kind items. In many cases, these would be donated goods, but in some situations, you might purchase pallets of returned product. So they are purchased items, but they are unique items that you won't necessarily carry again in the future, so they are still, in a sense, one of a kind, and you want to print barcodes for those. In either of these situations, go ahead and log into your ThriftCart account and then select Point of Sale and Inventory in your top left-hand menu and choose a submenu option to add inventory items. At the top of the screen, you should see three blue boxes, which represent three different workflows for entering product into ThriftCart. All the product goes into the same database. It's just different workflows depending on if you are scanning in UPC codes from new product, entering in additional product for items you already have in your store, adding donated or purchased one-of-a-kind items, etc. In this case, we're going to focus on the third blue button here for adding one-of-a-kind product. Upon selecting this button, you should be prompted to enter a supplier. This gives you the opportunity to tag the product that you're about to print labels for to a specific supplier for running future sales reports or inventory reports on. And importantly, if you want to use ThriftCart's consignment module, you would enter the consignor's name here in order to link the product you're about to add to that consignor. Otherwise, you can choose anonymous or unknown donor. Confirm your store location. Even if you just have one store, you still need to set the store location. If you have multiple stores or a warehouse, then select which location you want this product to be assigned to. Confirm. And now you're ready to start printing barcodes. Your barcode styles are shown near the top of the screen. You should have a different barcode style button for each color tag that you print, and also each label size. So if you have both sticky tags and hang tags and 4 colors, you should have a total of 8 buttons, 1 per color per tag size. And as you toggle between those different colors, you should see your department buttons here below change color, just as a visual confirmation that you have the correct tag style selected here above. Make sure that you have that same color label stock loaded in your printer and you're ready to print. I'm going to select shoes and then men's shoes. Now I can key in a custom price with the black keypad, or the green buttons below are a price book. They both speed up the process of printing barcodes and can bring standardization to pricing across team members. In this case, I'm going to select my $10 price point, and then I'm displayed a summary screen of the item before I complete the process. Notice that the item title matches the category name, in this case, men's shoes, and this is what will print on the barcode and display on the customer's purchase receipt. You can modify this title if you want it to be more specific. For example, men's cowboy boots, so that the barcode is more descriptive, but notice that the item remains in the same category of men's shoes for sales reporting purposes. The item description field is not frequently used. This would be if you wanted to post a product online, you could add size and description information here for your online shoppers to be able to read. You might also add serial numbers for electronics or a product that you take returns for, so that if a customer brings back an item for a return, you can compare the serial number on the physical item that they brought back, what you originally sold them, to make sure they're bringing back the same product. In most cases, you probably won't bother putting in a description as it takes more time and is not very necessary. Notice the quantity field defaults to 1, but if you are adding product in bulk, for example, maybe you have 5 sets of men's cowboy boots, then you can increase that quantity before selecting the green Add This Item button. And you will both add 5 pieces into inventory and 5 barcodes should automatically print. In this case, I'm going to move it back to just 1 item and then select the green button, at which point the barcode should automatically print and that item should be added to inventory. Now you should not see the print dialog box show up on your screen like is displaying on my screen right now. If that does display, please contact your manager or ThriftCart support for assistance getting it turned off so that you don't have to click through that print dialog box on each item, slowing down the production process. Rather, the barcode should print automatically, and you should be directed back to the category screen automatically as well. We can click on the next category for adding another product. For example, maybe shoes, kids shoes, $4, quantity of 4, add this item. Now, depending on the price book that we may have received from management in first configuring your account, you may have some product that has a built-in price. For example, if I click on books, notice that it skips the price screen entirely, and immediately the summary page comes up with a price already selected of $1.50. That would be an example of where all product in a certain category has a set price. So to speed up the production process, that price can be automatically set. So all you need to do is enter quantity and then click the green button to add this item. Now there may be some situations, especially with furniture or large product, where you want to print multiple barcodes to put on one item. I'm going to click on the furniture category and choose dining room furniture. And let's say it's a dining room table with 4 chairs at $250. So I'm going to choose my $250 price point and modify the name of the item to be kitchen table W/4 chairs. Now, before I click the button to add this product, I'm going to choose the yellow Edit Item Details button. Notice that opens up some additional fields down here below. I'm going to leave my quantity field at 1 because I just want to add this whole set of table and chairs as one item into the system to sell them all together. But further down, there's also a barcode quantity field. And I'm going to change that barcode quantity to 5 so that it prints off one label to put on each chair and also to put on the table. A cashier can scan any one of those labels to sell the whole set, and each one of the labels should have the same title, kitchen table with 4 chairs, helping your customers readily identify that the set is sold together. When ready, click the gray Add This Item button, and all 5 labels should automatically print, but again, just one item is added into your system. Notice that below your department buttons, there's a list of the most recently added product, and each one of these items are getting a ThriftCart item number. This item number is part of the barcode, so it can be referenced on the physical label. If you print off a barcode and then realize that the product was maybe damaged and you actually need to get rid of it, you can select the red Remove This Item button to adjust it out of inventory. Also from the product list, notice that there is a reprint barcode link, and you can use this if you need a replacement barcode, maybe because one tore while you were taking it off the backing to put it on the item, but you don't actually need to add more product into ThriftCart, and that's the key distinction here. If you click on Reprint Barcode, you will get another label for the item that's already in the system, and your inventory will not be increased. If you actually need to add more product, for example, maybe for these books, you're actually adding more books, you do not want to reprint barcodes, because while those reprinted barcodes will be scannable at the register, you are not increasing your inventory, and when you sell all of them, you risk selling your product into the negative count. So if you're adding more product, click on your category buttons to add additional items, even if they're the same price as items here below. If all you need is a replacement barcode for an item ID shown here below, you can click on Reprint Barcode to get an additional label. Notice that with this workflow, you're not prompted to enter cost of goods sold. So if you are wanting to track cost of purchased product in ThriftCart, please watch additional videos on how you can scan in vendor UPC codes or enter purchased product that does not have a UPC code, or contact your ThriftCart representative to talk about potential ways of adding cost even when entering one-of-a-kind items. If you have any questions, please let us know.